Alright, yo, so how y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? So, this is just my team for TM. More specifically, my team for Smoothie and Oven TM. Now, I'm not saying that my team is the best. It's actually quite far. It's actually close to being one of the worst, in all fairness. It's not that great. But just for, I'd show you a team in case you're obviously struggling with building a team. Now obviously the first thing you want to do is land on the bird. Hopefully we can get the bird, because the bird is the word. Of course not. Of course we get a 2. Anything else would have been great, but of course we get that 2. Usually I have bad luck, so I should be getting a low number, but we're not going to. Yeah. Okay. We'll go up then. I'll show you Smoothie afterwards then, so this will be just the 4 bosses about Smoothie. Damn. Damn. You can just tell how bad my luck is, can't you? I do feel like the new system that they introduced, which is that the TM bosses on the stage map being not strong, is actually quite good. Being stronger is actually quite good, because it's good and bad in a way. It leads to less grinding, but obviously the risk is that you don't reach the 5 million. That you struggle so much with the bosses that you don't reach the 5 million mark, and thus you don't get the red reward. That's of course an issue, but I do feel like the top 5k, while it usually is around 8 million or so, this time will be around 5 to maybe 6 million at most. So I feel like that's quite a good change in that way. You don't need to grind beyond the 5 million point, which is a good point, because I think most people just want to get the 5 million, that's it. But I also can see why that would be a bad thing. Anyway, so the team for Bavaros will be this one. It's a Shanks, Garp, Brooku, Soul King Brooku, Cavendish, and Luffy team. Now, obviously the snake ship. The team itself, just have a quick look at, I think in total gives 3.8. Let's have a look. 3.3. Alright. Obviously with the 1.5 bonus that you would get with the bird, that would be about 4.7-ish bonus, which isn't great by any means, but it's a consistent team that beats it at with no problem at all. I think currently I'm at like sea level 15 or so, so I'm not too high up, but I still have no issues at all, and that's obviously the key here, that you don't have issues, that you don't need to like gem. That's the key thing. You don't need to gem. It's relatively easy, relatively simple. It's a quick team, and that's the goal for me, honestly. Just be done with a run in, say, 10, maybe 15 minutes. Maybe not 10, but 15 minutes. Then you can do 5 runs or so in a time that maybe a team with more multipliers wouldn't be able to get through in that time. That's why I'd rather go. Well, it's not like I go for low multiplier than a stronger team, because that's obviously the case. It's not like that's the strongest team ever. But I go for what I have, the units that I have, and then focus more so on, can I do it without really using the abilities, or will the abilities be ready by the time I face the boss? There's only one team that I'm using right now that doesn't have that. The capacity to just speed run it pretty much blind. There's only really one team. 2, 1.5. Well, you'll see what I mean. But this one, relatively simple. By the time you get here, you've got your abilities. You can just do that. And then once you get rid of Balros, everything else is just easy. See? Not that difficult. I totally didn't pay attention there. I think I might have had 1 attack left. Maybe. But yeah, that's the first team. Bavaros. Relatively simple, straightforward. I mean, he's not like he's a prominent member in the show or anything, where it should be difficult. Obviously not the case here. He's just Bavaros. We saw him for like 2 chapters or so, and that was really it. Anyway, as I said, usually you'd obviously have to 1.5 times multiplier 2, which is not the case right now, but that's fine. It's fine. It's not the end of the world, alright? 6k, it's not that much in all fairness. It's really not that much. But like I said, I don't think we're going to get past... I think like 5 million, honestly, maybe 6 million will be top 5k this time, so that's quite good. No need to grind. I think by the end of today, I'll probably be at that point. Yeah, that's just what I think. Now this team especially is also very, very easy against Pero. My team is this Ace team. Ace, Snake Man, Shanks, TM Shanks, and then you've got Sanji and Chiffon. I think it's pretty clear what this team will do. I think that much is really a given. This team is very simply just going to steamroll it. All you need is Ace. All you need is Ace, really. Everything else is just there to make it look good. That's how easy it is. Again, most of these teams are designed to really just steamroll. I don't like waiting for specials. Like I said, there is one team where that applies and another team where that sort of applies, but not quite. And it depends on a few things, but you'll see that when we get to it. There's the second team, Ace team. Alright. Well, there, my attempt to really just speed through it kind of hindered me, but oh well. It's not like, yeah, I'm suffering any losses here. There we go. Anyway, I hope you're all having good. I hope you're all having a good TM. I'm quite a big fan of TM, honestly. I feel like TM is always quite fun. I like challenges where like you're up against other people. There was one TM where I got like I think it was top 500, and that's the only time I really grinded for a TM. Besides that, I think I've been the top 5k in every single TM except for one. And the reason for that one was because I was extremely busy for like 2 of those days. I still made it to like 5 million, but I was like extremely busy for like 2 of those days, so I couldn't. I was like, I remember just being outside of it like 5.1k or something like that. So it was quite frustrating because I really tried to grind the last day, but it wasn't meant to be. Generally though, TM, I'm always in the top 5k. That's it. I usually like after the second day, which would be today. Today's the second day of TM. I usually reach 5 million, which is why I'm saying I'm probably gonna get 5 million by the end of today, later on or so. Probably in like maybe 5-6 hours or so. And then I usually just stop until like the final day. You know, or once like all the people that grind it so hard, you know, one day I'll return. That's basically when I return. I'm like, okay, just let me just get a few more. Let me just get a few more, you know, ranks, just so I don't drop out. Anyway, we won't make it to Big Mom. I already know because my luck is bad. We're probably gonna get a 1 or 3. Yeah, 3 of course. As I said, my luck is bad. All right. It's just because of the territory at this point. I'm not even that disappointed about it. Oh, perfect. 0, okay, perfect. We don't need to gem for stamina. Well, we will have to afterwards, but still. Next up, we're up against Montdor, which is also a relatively easy fight. This team is Yonji, TM Whitebeard, TM Gear 4th. You've got Judge, and then you've got Smoothie Oven, who I really just put in that team just so I could get the EXP for to rainbow them, which are there now rainbowed. I was a little bit unlucky with their with their sockets, but no, it's fine. I'm not one to complain about that. If you just look at the sockets, that's how it looks like. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. I need 4 more, 2, well, 3, 4, 5 more. Sorry. Anyway, this team is also very, very simple. I mean, this is probably one of the easiest ones here. In all fairness, you know, they're all relatively easy, as you could tell right now. They don't pose a challenge yet, even with like damage reduced or whatnot. They don't really pose a challenge, except for 2. And you'll see why. It's not like one of them isn't really difficult. They're both not really difficult, but they both require patience, which I don't have. As you can probably tell, my most teams being speed teams in a way. There we go. Rushing through it. Alright. And now we get to Montor, which is also very, very easy. Well, to be fair, this has been the first time he's survived, so that's quite good. Usually, Gear 4th and then Whitebeard usually takes it, so it's actually quite surprising that he survived, but he didn't. It's not like he does damage anyway. I mean, it's not like he's got much health left after that anyway, so you know, it's still straightforward. Still relatively straightforward. But yeah, come on. I want this video to be under 25 minutes or so. Like I said, I am going to go back and fight against Smoothie / Oven. That I will do, just so I have it in the video as well. You know, that way, you know, you can see how I would fare up against them. Galette. Now here is where it gets sort of less speedy. The team for this will be a Neptune team. Yeah, a Neptune team. With Caesar, with Tamago, with TM Cavendish, and with Colosseum Magellan. Magellan. I don't know what the correct pronunciation is. You hear it so often in the anime, but you still don't know what the correct pronunciation is. Anyway, any team will do, honestly. And this is, like I said, this is where you sort of have to stall a little bit, or at least I do. You know, it's not the end of the world stalling for 3-4 turns, but it does kind of remove the element of speed here, which I can handle for 2 opponents. The first one obviously being the one we just. The first one being this one, the second one being Big Mom, as you might be able to tell. And really what you're stalling for is, at least what I'm stalling for, is Colosseum Magellan. Obviously if I had him higher special level, that wouldn't be the case. I wouldn't need to stall, but I don't, so I do have to stall. You know, if you have more copies of him, if you have him higher skill level and whatnot, you won't have to stall yourself, which would be great for you, not for me. But yeah. And this is why, basically, a large part of why you have to not really have to stall, but a large part of why it's not as smooth as it could be. You could honestly use him here. I generally don't, but I just did because I thought there's no point for the next one. Alright, and yeah, here is where you kind of have to stall for a special of Magellan to come into play. This team was actually built as a stall team, so it's actually kind of funny that, it's exactly what I built it for. Even before I knew like what they could do and whatnot, I just built it with the intention of it being a stall team, so it kind of worked out in a way. It's doing its job. But yeah. Now, you can obviously use Tamago's special, which is fine. You do remember that you have a 2 special cooldown. That may be something that you'll have to keep in mind. And then after that, you generally just... You can attack, but you don't really do much damage. That's why I tend to not attack much, because you don't really... Your attacks don't really have much of an effect. Anyway. Once you have Magellan's special, the fight is over at that point. You use that. And at that point, they can't really do anything. They'll be dead. I think 2 turns at this point, they'll be dead. It should be 2 turns. 2 or 3. Let's see if it's 2 or 3. Alright, it'll be 3. Doesn't really matter static. Doesn't matter at all, in all fairness. I think... just about, okay, 4. Fair enough, 4. But yeah, a team basically just destroys. It's not much difficult, and obviously, in case you do need to heal here, you always have TM Cavendish as well, who gives you some healing. But the aim is to really heal yourself through Neptune. That's really the goal, and your sockets. In terms of sockets, I don't really have that many, so I just rely on Neptune, and it still works. It's not a difficult match. Obviously with Tamago special, you get the top 2 meter orbs too, so that's another thing. So you're gonna survive this. Basically, that's the point. You're gonna survive this until the poison takes effect. Now for Big Mom, this is my team. Bartovish or Barto Cavendish, Karto, call it what you want. TM Dofi, TM Kaido, Raid Bellamy, and rare recruit Hadruden. Now there are 2 ways you can go about this. The first one is with Doflamingo, over TM Doflamingo friend, and the second one would be with which I'll likely not get knowing my luck. Of course not. I knew that, but like TM Doflamingo is usually how you could go about it, and I think you'd be boosted at just about 4. I think without the 1.5 buff, 4.58. That's what you could. I'm busy right now, but yeah, the second team would be this. Hopefully, I should have a friend. Come on, fam. So yeah, the second team would be with a Legend Cracker team. The same team, just with a Legend Cracker instead of a TM Doflamingo. So basically this. Oh, come on, mate. Alright. So, as I said, it doesn't really require stalling. It just requires... If you have a good friend, it doesn't require stalling. If you don't, then it might require a little bit of stalling. Depends on your friend list, really. But this is a cakewalk too. Steamroll through it. 11 turns, Legend Cracker cooldown, as you can see. Not the longest in the world, but Yeah. I didn't know, I like to speed through it. There we go. It's kind of funny that in a game all about specials and whatnot, and captain abilities and so on and so forth, I'm really just like, yeah, let's get through it as quickly as possible. Totally going against what it's supposed to be, but oh well. You still have specials. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, if you have fast specials, then that's even better. Alright, you big mum. Come on. Do your worst. Yeah, yeah. Alright. And now, in the battle of Katakuri and Big Mom, it is relatively simple too, in all fairness. Like it's not like these battles are really tough. In general, you can wait until their shield is gone. I tend to not. That's just me. First turn is basically just to wait, really. Second turn, you can get started really to start really attacking. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, is through TM Doflamingo. You start off with that. I go for Katakuri first, by the way, as you can tell. I don't know, they're both relatively simple, so it's not like you're losing out anything. Legend Cracker. And then I'll go for that. At this point, you could probably, if you had waited a turn, you could have probably one-shotted Katakuri and done about half of, the total damage on Big Mom. But as I said, it really, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. It's not like there's any difficult. Like, as you can see, it's relatively straightforward. And that's it. That's the terms of that. Now I will end the video here, and I'll make a cut until later on when I play it against Smoothie / Oven, so you know what to do against them. But against them, it's also relatively straightforward. Like, you're going in there with the same mentality, really. The same mentality of just let's get this over with quickly, basically. But yeah, I'll see you all then later on. Until then, peace out. Welcome back, everyone. So hopefully we can get Oven / Smoothie to battle us. Hopefully we can get the bird. The bird is the word. Hopefully. I doubt it, knowing my luck. But I started recording anyway. Just because I had a good feeling. And you know what? My feeling got rewarded. There we go. Bird is the word. I didn't think it could happen twice in a row. I was confident enough, alright? Yep. Come on, mate. And from here on, you basically just continue like that. Obviously, they'll come towards you. And you also get the 1.5 times multiplier, so you're in a good world, you know. I think after this run, during this run, I could probably hit like 1.9k, 1.9m, I should say, 1.9 million. That's how good, the 1.5 times multiplier is. You can go from like getting, I don't know, 50k at Big Mom to like, 75k. That's a huge difference. From these like ones you can get from, well, okay, I was gonna say from like maybe 2,000 to maybe like 3,000, but no, I just got 475. Okay, cool. But yeah, Smoothie, we're using the Carto team, this team that I just showed you. And again, you could use TM Doflamingo, or if you have Legend Cracker friends, you use Legend Cracker just for the bigger multiplier. This team gives a 5 point, let's say 6, right? A 6 times multiplier. Not quite, but let's say a 6 times multiplier. I think I'm getting 5k, or maybe what was it, 5.5k? Let's say, I think it was 5.5k from Smoothie slash Oven. So 5.5k times 6, you're looking at 3,300. Maths may be off here. Maths may be really off if not. Yeah, 33,000. Plus the 1.5 times multiply. You know, you're looking at quite good numbers. You're looking at, I think, just about 50k. So it's quite good. That's very, very good. Now the only one that really, I don't want to say poses an issue, but the only one that you have to kind of stall with is Oven, because that shield. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that way. I probably wouldn't have to, in all fairness, if I just use the specials, but I don't want to. All right, this is a, you could call this a special less run up to this part. Oh, here you can use specials if you want. I tend not to. This is the first time I actually ever did, but meh. Like usually I use a website, Luke Force, to build my teams, but the website wasn't up like 3 days before this TM, so I couldn't build a team then. So I just built teams based on what I thought might work, not based on like any criteria or anything, just based on teams that I thought, yeah, these teams have a sort of purpose that can sort of work, and if it sort of works, then you know I'll use them for the TM, and then if it doesn't work, I'll see what I can adjust. So far they're all still working, so there's not much to adjust, but of course later on if I have to adjust, you know, my teams in any sort of way, we will be doing that too, you know, if I ever need to. One 1.5 times, that's whatever, honestly, whatever. If they did damage, I would say, oh no, I need to be worried here, whatnot, but they don't. I could probably use Legend Cracker, honestly. I probably should have used him. Oh well. Then you've obviously got Karto too. I'll use Karto next turn. And at this point, you know, you can already tell it's pretty much over. There's not much they can do. I think there isn't really much they can do. I mean, you can always use Bellamy too, and I don't know why you would. I mean, he's just really there for the points, alright. But you know, we'll take it. Yeah, I'm not one to complain. They're gonna use this. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. As I said, in general, these fights are relatively straightforward. In general, like there's not much you have to worry about. Even in this part where, like, you know, they have what do you call it? They have the threshold reducer. It doesn't reduce that much. Like 30k, I think, is the limit. So it's not like you really have to hold back or anything. You can obviously avoid it. It's quite easy to avoid not getting into the threshold trap. But again, I know I keep repeating myself, but it really is simple. That's what it boils down to. It really is simple. I made it harder than it really is. I made it look harder than it really is. That's because I'm really trying to speed through it to really show you what I mean when I'm saying, you know, these teams are really designed to be very pace friendly, and I guess by showing or by trying to highlight that they're really pace friendly, I made it longer for myself. You know, that's my response. Anyway, let's finish this up. And there you go. And those are my teams for TM. Let me know what your teams are. Again, I don't have all the units for TM. There are some of the high boosting TM units that I'm missing, but that's fine. I'm okay with that in all fairness. Let's see how much we got. I think it's just about 50k, unless I didn't really see correctly how much they give initially. But I think it's like 5.5k, which would give me just about 50k. Yes. Yeah, just about 50k. Yeah. Alright, so it was 5.5k something. Alright, anyway, folks, those are my teams for TM. Let me know your teams. Let me know what you are doing for this one. What your goals are. Are you aiming for top 5k? I think everyone should, in all fairness. Aim for 5 million and then aim for top 5k, and I think you're pretty much Gucci. That's really how it boils down to. But anyway, folks, I'll see you all for the next one. Everyone, peace out and have a nice day. Bye.